Hello everybody, welcome in. Namaste. It is Laura here from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot. And today I would like to talk about the energies for the Twin Flame Collective when it comes to this new moon in Gemini solar eclipse gateway portal happening on the 10th this week. So I feel there's going to be a lot of spontaneous changes within the collective with this very powerful shift, and I feel we've been in this gateway portal since the full moon eclipse a few weeks back, and I feel during this process of clearing, we're rounding the end of all of this very heavy karmic closure. With the new moon being in Gemini, this is going to manifest for the need, it's going to manifest, pardon me, the need for spontaneous changes in our life. And I feel the need for safety really is in regards to us sharing our feelings, sharing our beliefs, and really coming forward and voicing our journey with others at this time. And I feel this is really going to be highlighted within the masculine collective, within the masculine's world. And I feel with the moon being in the 12th house that day, that really is a huge indicator of massive karmic endings. So I do feel this is going to create the need for a lot of solitary energy, the need to go deep within to really contemplate what is going to bring us that very firm emotional stability moving forward. It's going to highlight which personal relationships are working, which personal relationships are no longer working for us. And I do feel a lot of influences from the karmic energy is going to be eclipsed out with this new moon energy this week. And I feel a lot of us are already feeling this very powerful energy, this very powerful shift. And I feel in large, this is to kind of get us all on the humanitarian path, all on the path to being of service, to really stepping into our roles within the Twin Flame Collective. And I feel there's going to be this pull and this drive to really begin to express ourselves freely and to really talk about our journey in its entirety. I do feel this is going to bring up a lot of heavy emotions, which can in turn create a lot of mental confusion as we get later into the week. I feel there's going to be a huge emphasis on home life and security within our home life. And there's going to be this need to really distance ourselves from those people in our lives that just don't understand us, that aren't in alignment with our higher calling. So I feel a lot of endings to kind of get us on the path of self-improvement. Because when the moon, when the new moon enters, the ascendant is going to be in Cancer. And I feel this is really going to develop the need to refine our emotional stability. And I feel this is going to bring up a lot of vulnerable energy and the need to kind of protect our energy. Give me 1 second, guys. My daughter needs my help. I'm coming. Sorry about the interruption, guys. Okay, so I feel with the ruler of the ascendant being the moon, this is really a very powerful dualistic energy. It's head over heart energy. It is the need to kind of face all of these challenges head on, because all of these hidden underneath emotions are likely going to come to the surface with a vengeance, especially for the masculine collective that have been kind of denying the connection and denying the higher calling. And I feel this is really going to create a lot of changes in the home life and where the masculine is kind of at. So I think there's this energy of the masculine perhaps succumbing to some very lower vibration mood swings, and all of this behavior coming to the surface really is to get the masculine to look at all of his surroundings, to look at, all of these past life experiences, all of these current life experiences, and to kind of get the masculine on path to a greater achievement, to kind of solidify the goals moving forward. And I feel there's a lot of energy where the masculines are going to kind of want to run and hide away from others to be able to process this shift. But this in turn is going to allow them to restore a sense of balance, to restore a sense of rich inner life, and to really come forward to be of cause when it comes to being of service moving forward. I feel there's a lot of self-punishment in this energy, self-destruction, and all of these aspects really are to restore the organic rhythm within the connection that the twins share. We also have a lot of aspects that day with the sun. We do have the sun conjunct Mercury the day of the eclipse. So I feel this is going to manifest very heavily when it comes to self-improvement, because all of this energy is going to be in the 6th house. And the 6th house is all about self-improvement. It's ruled by Mercury, by Virgo, and all of this is a lot of mental processing coming up for the collective to kind of restore our sense of influence moving forward. A lot of the masculines kind of dipped into the karmic influence, and this week is going to be a powerful shift where the masculine can really consider the work that he's doing, really focus on his health at this point in time, and putting in those daily spiritual practices to be able to come forward and be of service. I think there's a lot of desire for the masculine to step into that leadership role with the shifts this week, and a lot of energy supporting them, improving their health, breaking free from the codependencies, and breaking free from addictions at this point in time. And I feel with all of this energy, with this eclipse energy, it's going to bring up a lot of conflict for the masculine to get out of this very irrational mental processing energy and to kind of release the energy of self-sacrificing. A lot of these masculines have been in this self-sacrificing energy for quite some time, and there is a deep need for them to learn to be more concrete when it comes to using their discernment and making solid, firm decisions moving forward. And this really is going to bring a lot of fulfillment of wishes if the masculines are going to be able to allow whatever is being eclipsed out of their life to leave without a lot of resistance. Because the more the masculines resist, I feel that is going to really create a lot of turmoil in their outer circumstances. I also feel this is going to bring up a lot of intellectual thinking and the ability for a lot of the masculine collective to see things from the outside, from that broader perspective. And it's going to bring up the need for individuality for the masculine. I think they've been so intertwined within the karmic energy. They're going to have a difficult time coping with all of these changes in their outer surroundings if they don't take that time to kind of go within and harmonize their heart and their ego this week. And I do feel there's a lot of harmonious aspects with this eclipse energy, and a lot of the problems that the masculine is facing within their emotional body really can be solved by using their discernment and clear thinking and being accurate in their analysis, kind of releasing that foggy, confusing energy. I do think a lot of the fears of the masculine coming forward really do come from this fear of gossip. I think there might be a lot of gossip surrounding the Divine Masculine this week as he kind of breaks free. And I feel it is this deep need for the masculine to really search for something transcendental in his life, to join the esoteric movements. And I feel in all of this chaotic confusion, there may be a lot of unrealistic desires coming forward. And all of this deep mental processing is part of the human psyche that we came here to kind of override and reprogram to be able to live a more heart-based, centered life moving forward. With the North Node conjunct the Moon, I really do feel this is going to instinctively urge the masculine collective and many in the collective to really go towards their path that is destined when it comes to their lunar nodes, to their North Node. And I feel there's a huge shift with the masculine shifting out of that South Node energy into their true North to really come forward and embrace all of the unlimited possibilities when honoring their true calling, when honoring their true North. And I feel this Moon energy really is going to put a need and a demand on safety. And the opposing energy to that, I feel, is going to bring up a lot of irritable and unhappy energy in order to kind of shift out of that South Node, lower vibration energy, to shift more into that higher timeline of really following our true North Node. On the 11th, the day after the eclipse, we have Mars entering into Leo. Mars is that very powerful masculine energy, and Leo is that strength energy, taking courage, having the strength to go forward, and really putting into action everything that we are desiring, to be able to go after everything that we have been striving for. So I feel this is going to spark a lot of fearless energy when it comes to the masculine, just having that spark of wanting to take action, of wanting to come forward. And with Mars also being in the 12th house, I feel this is going to be a lot of heavy emotions when it comes to closing out these past karmic cycles. I feel a lot of death and rebirth energy, transformation energy, as all of these desires spring from the subconscious into the conscious mind to kind of bury the past once and for all. And I think there's going to be a lot of open confrontation with the shift that day in regards to all of the secretive energy that's been surrounding the Divine Masculine. And there's going to be this deep need for sharp judgments to be made that day. And this can bring up a lot of very heavy defensive energy. But this in turn really is going to lead to major life changes and absolute truth coming forward within the collective. And then on the 12th this week, we also have Venus square Chiron. Venus being in the 10th house, I feel it's really going to highlight the need to come into communion of self, to really embrace the path of unconditional love for the planet and for humanity. And this is really going to highlight the marriage between the twins. I feel there's huge potential for higher social status as the twins prepare for this union energy and coming back into alignment. I feel the possibility for really stepping into our purpose and climbing up the spiritual ladder with that shift on the 12th, although it is a hard aspect because Chiron is going to be in the 7th house. And the 7th house is our descendant. And that's going to be a lot of very powerful Aries energy. A lot of energy coming up in regards to who we truly are. And I feel that is going to really allow us to release the past baggage. I know we can never completely, truly be cured from the past, but we cannot avoid all of these painful memories and experiences if we are ever to kind of get back on track and really attract the positive energy that we have all been striving for. I feel it's going to highlight, the sense of loneliness. So many of us on this journey can be surrounded by so many people, yet we feel like we're alone in this world because not everybody understands our thinking process and the way that we kind of, work through all of these energies. So I do feel with Venus being in the 10th house, that's really going to highlight the need for art in our life again. And it's this energy of being able to consciously cultivate all of our dreams that we have been striving towards manifesting. And then on the 13th, we'll have a square between the Sun and Neptune, and we'll also have a sextile between Venus and Uranus. And all of this really is going to highlight our one-on-one relationships, marriages, partnerships, and the need for social and intellectual interactions with those in alignment for us. I feel all of this energy is very powerful when it comes to mental processing this week, our ability to communicate these energies in the 3D world, and it's going to spark a lot of intuitive thinking and actions at the higher level. So I do feel a lot of higher realm processing this week with this eclipse energy and a lot of empathic energy coming through. I think a lot of us are going to be highly sensitive to the shifts this week, and it is this need to stop sacrificing ourselves. And I do feel it is going to really bring up where we have been cheated or used by people, and it's going to really highlight the need to break free from falling back into those lower energies of numbing to avoid feeling all of this pain. So I do want to highly point out, do not fall back into drugs or alcohol use, because I do feel with the shifts this week, there's going to be this tendency to fall back into numbing all of these very heavy emotions coming to the surface. And we need to remember, we have to feel it in order to heal it. So I highly suggest staying away from any codependencies this week. We also have Venus in the 4th house on the 13th and Uranus in the 2nd house. So the 4th house is all about home, family structure, really putting down some solid roots in our life. And that's really going to highlight the need for the masculine to come forward to the feminine, to restore his sense of self-worth again. And I feel the masculine really does want to have this ideal partnership and home with the feminine. And they're really needing to restore their emotional connection with their home life that I feel has kind of been blown up the last little bit when it comes to the karmic energy. And Uranus is that power of awakening. So I do feel it's going to bring up a lot of unstable energy when it comes to material matters. I feel it could bring up a lot of unpredictable changes and upheaval, especially when it comes to the divine masculine's finances, in order to push him onto the path of honoring his spiritual calling and honoring his mission. Because with all of this energy, it's just going to be a lot of constant change this week, a lot of upheaval when it comes to our circle of friends, and it's this deep need for emotional independence and to not seek out anything outside of ourselves. So it's going to really bring up the need to go deep within. And this is also going to highlight the sex appeal and the law of attraction towards the divine feminine with the shifts this week with the eclipse energy. So I have gone ahead and I grabbed some decks. I thought we would pull into the energies with some cards, see what comes through, and I will pull some oracle messages at the end. So we'll go ahead and we will call in the angels and the guides and the ascended masters, and we'll see what other messages need to come through for the twins this week. So what other energies are surrounding the twins? We'll get all the cards out and I'll walk you through this, guys. What other energies? Wow. So the first card out, we do have the 4 of Cups. We have the 10 of Cups that came out and the Temperance. So I'm really feeling a lot of processing for the masculine collective. I think he can clearly see the cup of love right in front of him. He's looking right at it. The masculine knows it's kind of time to kind of lay down this burden, go through all the processing of the third party energy in order to really come forward and have this ultimate fulfillment with the divine feminine, the 10 of Cups. There is a lot of healing taking place with the Temperance card. That's Sagittarius energy. And I just feel this beautiful alchemical union coming forward this week with the twins. Beautiful, beautiful. The 10 of Pentacles. It really is time for the twins to build this legacy moving forward, to really build this firm foundation. I feel a lot of financial stability is coming for the twins. We have the 9 of Pentacles smack dab in the middle. That's the Empress in the lower arcana. I do feel that is the divine feminine really standing firm in her energy, in her truth. The divine feminine, I feel, is very stable and grounded at this time. We also have the 10 of Wands. I'm not going to keep these cards, but I'll look at them just quickly. I think the masculine is finally ready to release this burden. I think it's a burden that has weighed very heavily on his back, and it's kind of the need for the masculine to kind of release the juggling, to go through this death process, to break free from the mental self-imposed prison that he's been in, to really call back his power and jump into that visionary leader energy, to kind of break free from all of this battling energy surround him, this internal struggle of, you know, following his heart versus listening to his ego, to really be able to come forward with that Ace of Wands for this brand new beginning that the twins are striving towards. Yeah, because we do have the Magician on the bottom of the deck with the 4 of Wands. So I do feel the union of the twins is coming into full manifestation with this eclipse energy this week. We'll get one last card. And we do have the King of Swords. So I do feel Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. I do feel the masculine is finally ready to come forward in that strength, in that truth. And I feel a lot of this energy is going to happen very swiftly, very quickly, as the masculine breaks free from that Five of Swords energy and goes forward to calmer waters. I do feel, do be prepared for the masculine to return. I feel it's like the masculine's been taken to the cross. It's like that taken to Jesus moment on his knees, begging for forgiveness, asking for salvation. And I think the masculine is just praying for resolution and a new opportunity, coming forward with an apology towards the divine feminine, ready to face that judgment energy, hoping and praying for a reunion, for a reconciliation, and really wanting victory with the divine feminine. Yeah, really wanting to work on things to build this empire together, because there we have it. We do have the Empress. So I do feel huge shifts for the divine feminine. I feel the divine feminine is finally ready to birth that brand new reality that she has been striving towards with this eclipse energy. It's just very beautiful energy of finally putting the past to bed and really coming forward in this solid, firm foundation. Let's get a couple oracle messages. What other messages need to come through? Wandering between realms, and that is that energy of 1 foot in the old life, 1 foot in the new life, and really needing to release all fears attached to leaping forward 100%. I feel a lot of ancient Akashic wisdom is washing over the collective when it comes to this eclipse energy. Yeah, and which in turn is creating a lot of curiosity within the collective, that need to search for something more. And although I feel this energy can be very overwhelming because of all of the information coming in so rapidly, all of this is allowing us to kind of integrate all of the lessons that we have learned. And then we also did get the Fortune's Wheel. So I feel fate is really stepping in this week to push these connections forward. And this does speak of luck and divine timing. So I do feel a lot of blessings, rainbow blessings, washing over the twins this week with this eclipse energy. It is the energy of what goes around, comes around. It is a 23 card breaking down to a 5. So massive changes are on the horizon this week with the eclipse energy. What other messages need to come through for the twins with the shift this week? What other messages need to come through? Oh, what do we got there? Power over difficulty. So I do feel the masculine is going to be able to regain his strength, to take back his power, to reclaim his power, to get through all of these very heavy, chaotic, difficult energies and closings this week. Excuse me. And we have healing the earth. So I do feel this is the energy of reciprocal giving and receiving. And I feel so many of the divine feminines have put all of this energy into honoring the higher calling. And the feminine has given so much of her time and her efforts and her energy. And it is the time now for the feminine to receive back. It is a 46 card breaking down to a 10, which speaks of closing out all of these cyclical patterns, all of these cyclical karmic energies. And on the bottom of the deck, we do have the Sacred Purpose card. So I do feel a lot of us are really being pushed into honoring our North Node, to really restoring that sacred inner flame from within. And it does speak of us taking back our power and inheriting our ancestral legacy. So let's get a couple last messages. What other energies need to come through for the twins with this shift? Beautiful. We do have the Gaia card. So do get outside and get grounded to the energies of Mother Earth, because we are going to experience a lot of rapid changes this week. We do have the Free Spirit. So I do feel a lot of karmic freedom. Don't be afraid to move forward without any judgment, without conditions, because that's really what this path is about, to release all judgments, to release all conditions on ourselves. And then we do have the Transcendence card. So this is really giving us the power to transcend our mind's limitations, to be able to really get grounded in our soul's light and to really shine that light brightly, to really put ourselves out there. We do have the stillness, so allow yourself to go deep within reflection this week, to restore your sense of love and kindness for everybody within your life. Okay, a couple last messages, then we'll close off the reading. Any other messages for the twins? We have mourning, memory, and patience. So I do feel a lot of Akashic memories are washing over the collective, and you are going to need to be very patient with yourself as we integrate all of these energies, as all of these past life memories come to the surface for resolution. And I feel this is an energy encouraging us to really go into meditation. We do have the distant dreams, so I do feel dreams are manifesting, wishes are coming true as we really allow our heart to feel this sense of freedom, because we also have the Freedom Flows card. So do not allow yourself to be held back from any worldly limitations. Allow yourself to dream really, really big and trust that everything is happening according to divine will, and everything really does have a sacred reason and a sacred purpose. And we are so divinely protected as we go through these very powerful shifts this week. So that was the message today, guys. I love each and every one of you so very much. I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste, and thank you.